Welcome back in for the semifinal action, part 2. This one is Alvin Gentry Elite in the red versus Team Zona in the white. Mitch Vereldes, Greg Rosenberg back to bring you all the action. And tip-off is underway, and it ends up in the hands of Alvin Gentry Elite product, Reese Taylor. As we're underway here, and a long three by Sean Wallstrom, but it's no good. Excuse me, Grant Wallstrom. No, I was right. There's a different Grant on this team, but that was Sean Wallstrom. And it'll be underneath for Alvin Gentry. The rest of the starting lineup for Alvin Gentry is such. Passing in the ball right now, Meekness Payne. He passed it in to Carter Murphy. Wallstrom is currently underneath, back to Payne. And Junior Garbra is the guard at number 1 in the red jersey, as Taylor just passed it to him. For Team Zona, Kevon Williams, number 3, is currently guarding right now. Josh Johnson in the 0 jersey, Abdi Udaway in the 10 jersey, as Wallstrom gets the first points of the game. So bringing the ball up right now is Johnson. And then the rest of the starting lineup includes Donovan Reagan at the number 5 jersey and Adam Hamilton in the 6.
Gotta love how much talking there is out there on defense. Only way to beat it's a really good team. You gotta communicate.
As Adam Hamilton responds to the 2 with the 2 of his own. So here comes Alvin Gentry. There's Wallstrom. Shot by Garbra is no good, picked up by Reagan. So now it's Josh Johnson. He's guarded by Garbra. Gets the pick from Reagan, now by Wallstrom. And he slips and falls, and it's picked up by Murphy. Murphy against Williams. Who's it going to be? And the ball just rolls out the rim, but it's picked up by Murphy. Now it's Reese Taylor. Over to Wallstrom. To Meekness Payne. And they're doing a lot of talking here, trying to get some plays moving. Trying to get Team Zona off a rhythm. And we have a foul on the floor. That's going to go against Udaway.
2 hands. They'll call that every time. 2 hands.
So Udaway credited with the first foul of the game. It's Wallstrom. Spin move. In for 2. He's now at 4.
That was impressive. Nice touch on the hook.
Sean Wallstrom, the 6'8" forward out of Estrella Foothills. He's in his junior year. As Hamilton tries to put it up, but it's blocked away by Taylor, and now it's picked up by Garbra. Garbra moving right to left, finds Murphy. Takes a few steps in, finds Payne. Payne going in, the one hand, good for 2. So 6-2 already, 13 and a half minutes to go. As Kevon Williams is running the ball. Now it's Johnson. Or Udaway, excuse me. Now it's Udaway. And Garbra with the steal finds Murphy, and they're all alone. But no good on the 2-hand, and Hamilton blocks away the shot attempt by Payne. So no points on that one. So here's Johnson. Quick jumper for good for 2.
Wow, that was impressive. He stopped so quickly, he rose up, and bang.
And we have a traveling call against Wallstrom, and it'll go right back to Zona. Quick sub in now. Carter Murphy's out. And steps in number 2, Grant Ward. So my confusion with the Grant and Sean may continue here. Here's Kevon Williams. To Reagan. Back to Williams. Williams shakes off, steps in. Little floater. No good. That was Wallstrom with the rebound, and now it's Garbra trying to shake off Williams. And he keeps going in on his own. No good, though. And a foul on the rebound attempt, and that's probably going to go against Hamilton. It's actually going to go against Josh Johnson. Excuse me, Abdi Udaway. So Udaway now has 2 fouls already. 12 minutes, 15 seconds here. In drives Ward. A little floater above everybody for 2.
Ward takes those long strides to the basket. He gets a step on somebody. That's 2.
Long 3 from Reagan. Off the front of the rim. Picked up by Ward. Ward gets around Reagan. 3-on-1. Blocked away by Johnson, but it's going to be a foul. Good athleticism there from Josh Johnson, but hand in the wrong place at the wrong time. So 3 fouls quickly here by Team Zona. And Ward sinks the first. And he's good on them both. So newly inserted Grant Ward already at 4 points. Here's Josh Johnson. A lot of talking going on here. Kevon Williams off the square and in for 3.
That's our second glass 3 of the day.
We don't see those all that often either.
No.
Here's Meekness Payne. Gets it poked away by Williams. But it's out of bounds. And yeah, the scoreboard has not been updated for that 3 made. And I'm not sure why the refs aren't calling time. The scoreboard is incorrect. Now it's a little too... Well, now I don't know if my point totals are correct. So we'll just be patient with the scoreboard, but it's 11:27 to go. Here's Ward for 3. Sinks it! You almost wonder why Grant Ward didn't start this game. He's already at 7 points. Leads Alvin Gentry Elite. So now I believe the scoreboard is corrected. It says 13-7 as we have a quick foul here. It's going to go against Payne. Reagan will go to the line.
It's 7. It's 7's right. Yeah.
So the score on the board is correct. I checked my point totals as well.
Johnson, Hamilton have 2s and a 3 by Kevon.
So here's the shot by Reagan, and it's good. And Reagan makes them both. So here's Garbra. And again, a lot of talking from Alvin Gentry. And a bad pass by Ward, and it goes out of bounds.
A little too much sizzle on that pass. Good thought, though.
It's 13-9 in favor of Alvin Gentry Elite. 10 minutes, 50 seconds to go. Finds Williams for 3. No good off the backside of the rim. Picked up by Payne. And Garbra's moving quickly here. Here's Payne again. Over to Wallstrom. Finds Ward. Ward dumps it off to Taylor. Set the pick for Garbra, but Garbra loses it. Now we have a kickball against Josh Johnson.
Yeah, try to split defenders. It's very hard to do, but you have a tight handle, you could do it if you're quick enough. But their opponent kicked it.
So we continue to have scoreboard operations delay this game, but nonetheless, 10 minutes, 25 seconds, 13 points to 9. Alvin Gentry leading Team Zona. And a long pass by Payne out to Wallstrom. And it's Reese Taylor with possession now. Loses it, and in the favor of Adam Hamilton, So Johnson, 1-on-2. No good on the shot, blocked away.
Grant Ward using those long limbs of his. Great block.
So Alvin Gentry Elite will reset after what appeared to be a breakaway, and now we have a timeout called by head coach. So Amp Lee just wants a little clarification for his team, and we take the first break of today. Just taking a look at the ability of these two teams. Of course, Team Zona and Alvin Gentry Elite played earlier today in what was essentially the play-in games for these matchups. Alvin Gentry's no stranger to traveling. They also competed in the Indy Terrific 24, where they went 2-2. And they also went all the way up to Pennsylvania and competed in the Pitt Jam Fest, and they went 3-1. And you take a look at Team Zona, they've done their fair share of traveling, mostly to the California area. They went 3-1 in the LA Adidas Silver Gauntlet. And then the Double Pump Hoop Fest, excuse me, in LA, they went 1-3. So no strangers to traveling for either of these two teams.
Yeah, with just like Factory, Alvin Gentry, Team Zona, Arizona Factory, and some other teams in the Valley, you call elite travel teams. They'll go to Vegas, they'll go to Indianapolis, California, of course, and they'll go against all the best teams in the entire West Coast.
So now we have a foul on the floor, and that's going to go against Udue again. He's at 3. So Udue will check out. Also on the floor for the first time, Jaden Kahns, who the pass was intended to, but now Josh Johnson on the breakaway, and he'll get 2.
That is called speed. He is more than you.
Also on the floor for the first time for Team Zona is Cameron Spivey in the number 4 jersey, as Jaden Kahns currently has possession. To Wallstrom, little quick jumper, no good, but he's fouled on the way up, and that'll go against Johnson.
Very smart. He knew he was going to get fouled, kind of just threw it up there and almost made an and one there, but good smarts by Sean Wallstrom.
So Wallstrom able to sink the first. Wallstrom's now at 5.
Get that high arcing jumper, but he's pretty consistent with it.
And he's good on both. So only 3 players credited with scoring for Alvin Gentry Elite, but they lead in this one 15-11, 9 minutes, 9 seconds to go. Here's Johnson, over to Reagan, now over to Spivey, outside, 3. In and out for Hamilton, but there's a foul on the floor. But it'll go to Alvin Gentry Elite. So it must have been an out-of-bounds play because there was no call for a foul, but there was a stoppage of play. So here's Kahns. And it's stolen away by Spivey. 1-on-2. Turns around, tries to get his team back with him. Hamilton to Williams. This team known for the 3 ball. They could threaten here. Johnson takes it in himself. Back to Williams. Williams is guarded by Payne. Throws it up to Reagan. Reagan for 2. Now nearly losing the ball again is Alvin Gentry Elite, who've got a much smaller lead than they started out with. It's now a 2-point game as Jaden Kahns sinks 2 and expends. Lead is now 4. So here's Reese Taylor. Over to Wallstrom. Got the advantage. Kahns. Payne for 3. Off the front of the rim. No good, but it's picked up by the big man. Here's Taylor going up, and his first 2 of the day.
Great pass by Sean Wallstrom. First of all, great rebound just to corral that real high. use his strong, wide shoulders to get it, and then find Reese Taylor. And Reagan tried to block that, but Reese Taylor had enough springs to get it up and score it.
Spivey back to Johnson. Long three. In and out, no good, but it's picked up in the end by Reagan, who tries to put it up for two. And he's fouled going up, and Wallstrom can't believe it.
But as you can see already, this will be a very competitive game from start to finish. First one ended up in a kind of a blowout, I guess you could call that. This one will not be a blowout for sure. This is a rubber match. First time they played, Team Zona won, and last week it was Alvin Gentry, so this will decide it to go to play Kenny Mullen's Factory as Reagan makes the second.
Reagan's now at 5 points. It's still a Alvin Gentry elite lead. Taylor with a spin move. Jumper. It's good. It's now at 4 points.
Good player. Very athletic, quick, needs a little strength to fill in a little, but he's got a lot of talent.
Here's Johnson. Steps in. Little floater. Good response there. His two. Now quickly out of bounds on some quick passing, and it goes right back to Zona. So here's Johnson. Guarded by Wallstrom. Underneath Reagan. Almost loses it. Goes up, but he's fouled on the way up.
What a find by Josh Johnson inside. I think Reagan was even surprised he had him.
So that foul is going to be Reese Taylor's first. Now we got Reagan at the line. In and out, and that's a heartbreaker. Six minutes, 21 seconds to go, and a 5-point game. So Reagan is 1 for 2, and the lead is now 4. Here's Garbra over to Taylor. Little jumper pass. Murphy. And no shot called. It looks like there's going to be a foul on the floor. And that'll go against Spivey. Also on the floor for the first time for Team Zona, number 7, Ari Danzy. Checks in for his first game. Here's a long shot by Murphy. No good. Almost nubbed in by Wallstrom, but it ends up in the hands of...
Great rebound by Donovan Reagan to snatch that ball away from Sean Wallstrom.
The little jumper by Danzy, no good. So here's Garbra. It's a 4-point game here. A couple of missed shots on back-to-back possessions. 5.5 minutes to go. Murphy back to Garbra. Finds Wallstrom. Wallstrom fakes 3. They're trying to find that perfect shot. They've got 3 shooters, but here's Wallstrom. Underneath to Taylor with a 2-hand slam. Now at 6 points on the afternoon.
Smart play by Sean Wallstrom. Drive the lane. They knew the defense would suck in, and they finds Reese Taylor for the dunk.
Johnson, long 3 off the front of the rim. Tipped by Taylor, but it ends up in the hands of Johnson once again. So offensive rebound. Now it's Danzy. Back to Johnson. Puts his hands up for a 3, does not. Reagan spins around all alone. And a foul on Reese Taylor.
That was foul actually was on Donovan Reagan. He hooked him. Offensive foul. But man, that was an impressive move. But I guess that only works in the NBA, right?
Or it only works if you don't get caught.
Very true.
So correction, if you're scoring at home, that's Donovan Reagan's first foul. And now it's the possession of Alvin Gentry Elite. 4.5 minutes to go. It's now a 5-point game. And no shot call, then it's a travel against Wallstrom, but what would have been a beautiful block by Adam Hamilton, excuse me. Ethan is in the 20 jersey. Checked in for the first time. Both of the Hamilton brothers out of Buckeye High School. And both members of Team Zona. Here's Spivey, finds the gap, but no good on the underhand. And Garbra escapes, finds Taylor. Taylor for two, and it's good.
He's impressing today, running the court like a deer, getting up quickly before the defense to get there and laying it in.
So here's Danzy, dumps it off to Williams. Lots of talking from the coaches on the sidelines. Williams trying to move everybody around. Here's Spivey, back to Williams. Long three. No good off the front of the rim. It's Garbra now.
They're usually relied on their three ball, and they've only made one, and that one was off the glass in the beginning of the game. So good defense by Alvin Gentry.
It's Williams again. Finds Adam Hamilton. To Danzy. Danzy trying to get around Garbra. Gets the pick from Hamilton. Goes in. Little hook shot underneath, but it's no good. Too much spin keeps it straight. But Hamilton recovers, but that one's no good as well. Now it's stolen away again by Spivey, and he gets the two. Impressive work there to keep the ball underneath the hoop.
Looks like mass subs about to come in for Team Zona.
And now a shooting foul.
1-on-1.
It's going to go against Ethan Hamilton. That's his first. So some sub swap outs. Grant Ward checks out. Meekness Payne is back in. Hamilton brothers check out. And now we'll see Caleb Gonzalez in the 32 jersey for the first time. As Reese Taylor for the 1-and-1.
Reese hits the first. We still have not seen Reed Myers this entire club season. He's their star point guard and just has been injured as Reese Taylor hits the second. Been injured. Supposedly he will play in the July live period for college coaches to view him. Would be a great thing for him and his recruitment.
Luckily for him, he has at least one more year of high school level basketball to show off to those hopeful Division I coaches. Out of Scottsdale Christian Academy, teammates with Ethan Spry, who have also not seen, as that one is sunk in. And one. Carter Murphy picks up his first foul, and Donovan Reagan could turn this into a 4-point swing. And now we have another clock issue. So
I think it should be 22 on the scoreboard. What do you got?
If my math is correct anyway, but then again, my math has been wrong before, so I wouldn't be surprised if I was wrong. But One thing I can't get right is when the numbers exist on the board, but now we have a
There you go.
foul on the floor, and that's against Payne offensive. So now the scoreboard's updated. It's 27-22. Here's Reagan. And that one goes way out of bounds. Here's Garbrough to Murphy. Wallstrom holds it above his head. Finds Garbrough again. In and out, no three. And stolen away quickly on the pass by Caleb Gonzalez, right into the hands of Wallstrom. Long three from him, no good. It's picked up by Reagan. Reagan will slow things down for Team Zona. Down by 5. Williams trying to get the offense going. Reagan, turnaround jumper. It's blocked away by Taylor. Ends up in the hands of Wallstrom, and now it'll be a foul. That's going to go against Reagan. So 53 seconds left in this one. And now going to the line is Wallstrom. And he's no good on the first, just off the front of the rim. As you recall, the last time we were out here, which was just this past Wednesday, we talked a lot about what was poor free throw shooting as Wallstrom makes that one. Whereas a lot of the shots were either missed on the first, the second, or both. And we even have the nice treatment of some hecklers in the crowd for the Wizards team.
Yeah, that was fun. Very unique, though.
Johnson gets his own miss. No good off the front of the rim. And now we have another foul going up.
Johnson not shooting as well as he normally does. That's probably why they're down 6. But Caleb Gonzalez trying to close the gap with a free throw.
34.2 seconds. It's a 6-point game. Alvin Gentry, Elite, still in the lead. Ward swaps out for Payne. Or swaps in, I should say. And Gonzalez misses them both. And just as soon as he was at the line, he's the reason for Alvin Gentry at the line. So now at the line, it's Carter Murphy. The clock has not moved an inch. And just like that, we're swapping places at the line. Murphy, the Arcadia product, tags his first point of the game.
Murphy's one of the better shooters in this 2019 class. These free throws will probably usually be good. And he makes both.
Less than 30 seconds. Team Zona could easily hold this as the last possession of the half. It looks like they will. One of the few advantages of not having a shot clock in your league is being able to hold on to the ball as long as you wish. We're now at 10 seconds. Johnson over to Williams. Williams underneath to Reagan. Reagan back to Johnson. Johnson for 3. Just missed off the front of the rim. Picked up by Wallstrom. Heaves! And it's just short and just right. But nonetheless, Alvin Gentry Elite still leads this one by 8 now. It's 30-22 as we head into halftime. Just a few-minute break. We'll be right back after this. Greg Rosenberg here. Team Zona against Alvin Gentry Elite. It's an 8-point separation. Zona now playing to the left side, and Alvin Gentry swaps to the right. Reagan with the first shot of the half, and it's no good. Picked up by Carter Murphy. And an over and back call by Alvin Gentry Elite, and Murphy's kicking himself after that one. Score remains the same, but Zona now for the second time already in just 30 seconds has possession. Long three by Williams, and it has as much oxygen in the ball as it does find the air. I don't know if that made sense, but the point is that he missed it.
Yes, he did.
Here's Garbra, guarded heavily by Abdi Udaway. Payne loses possession, and now it's in the hands of Reagan. So Team Zona now with its third possession already. Josh Johnson going up underneath, and a foul's called. That's going to go against Reese Taylor. So Josh, as you mentioned, Greg, normally one to dominate the scoring for this Team Zona squad. Only at 7 points so far.
Yeah, he's just been like a hair short in every single deep ball. Like, it almost seems like it's one step out of his range, but he normally has really deep range. Maybe he's a little tired this early afternoon.
Team Zona has been playing aggressive coming out of this half. And that one's no good by Taylor. A little heartbreaker at the front of the rim.
Another nice pass, though, by Sean Wallstrom.
Contested. Heavy congestion underneath. And in and out for Reagan, but he'll go to the line for two. That's going to go against Garbra. That's Garbra's first.
As undersized as Donovan Reagan is for his position, he rebounds everything. Great hands, great length, and great timing and springs. He gets up so quickly, and he's a great quick second jumper, which a lot of kids can't do. They need to collect themselves and get up. He could just bounce up at a dime, notice, and boom, snatch it.
So Reagan makes his two, and he's at double digits, now at 11. And it's quickly stolen away once again. So Team Zona dominating the possession totals already in the half. 14:35 to go. Now it's Udaway against Murphy. He finds Johnson, but Johnson can't find the ball. Now it's Murphy against Williams, a one-on-one. Nice little layup there for Murphy.
Reese Taylor continuing to be active in this game. Had a great first half. Now he's showing some good stuff in the beginning of the second half.
Johnson going in with heavy congestion, but he gets two and one.
Probably his hardest shot attempt of the day, and that's the one he makes.
So a quick timeout by Alvin Gentry, struggling to pick it up at the start of this half. As Team Zona is slowly clawing their way back, and Josh Johnson's now at 10 points. It's 32-28, so 4 points separate the two. 13 minutes, 59 seconds to go. And Greg, when we think about what we've seen so far in comparison between the two games, whoever the winner is going to have a tough contest against Factory regardless. But between these two teams, it's hard to say who's got the better advantage.
Yeah, they're very different. I would say Alvin Gentry has just a little more overall size, but their guards are not as quick as Josh Johnson, Kevon Williams, Ari Danzy, Cameron Spivey Johnson. Like, they just have a lot of quicks. Donovan Reagan's one of the quickest forwards in this entire league. So it's little different matchup. It's more of like speed and quickness versus size and brawn and shooting from Alvin Gentry. Either way, it should be a great test. Interesting thing, though, they're going to play this game, finish it up, and then they have to go play Factory. Could be some heavier legs in the end of that game as he makes the free throw.
So Josh Johnson with the three-point play there. He's now at 11 points. He matches Donovan Reagan, and another quick foul here. Some bantering from the fans. Dangerous thing to do at this level. Udue is now at 4 fouls. So Alvin Gentry Elite will check it in. And moving the ball around quickly. Still heavy defense by Team Zona coming out of this one. It's now 3 points separating the two. Wallstrom trying to get around Reagan. Reagan pokes it out, but it's right back to Payne. And poked out there by Williams, but it goes right back into the hands of Alvin Gentry Elite. So they're getting the hands in there properly without fouling, but they're not getting possession as they get the rebound there, officially to Abdi Udue. Just about 13 minutes left in this game. Here's Udue for 3. Off the front, no good. Rebounded by Wallstrom, gives it to Kahns. And Wallstrom trying to find Taylor underneath, but a little too much juice on that one and goes off the fingers. Team Zona ball. Here's Johnson. One shot difference between the two, and Kevon Williams is fouled. It's going to go against Kahns. So Kahns with his first foul. And Zona checks it in underneath their own hoop. Reagan outside, takes the 3. Good! It's a tie game. So just as soon as the Alvin Gentry Elite was seeing what was an easily handled game, they are now seeing a tie game as Carter Murphy responds with a 3 of his own.
They needed that. They've been scoring in a while here, an actual field goal.
If I'm not mistaken, they haven't scored until now. We're 4 minutes into the half. As Reagan with a jumper, no good, but it's picked up by Spivey. Knocks it in, unfortunately for him, to the hands of Wallstrom. Here's Murphy, moving quickly, floats it up. And they call the foul against Murphy, so no basket. And it'll go right to Zona.
You can't block the shot. Take a charge.
So smart play there by Josh Johnson to take the charge. And he's now guarded by Murphy, but Johnson gets around him. But Reese Taylor gets the hand on the ball and goes out of bounds, last touched by Taylor. Throws up the ball to Reagan. Reagan with a little floater off the backboard and in. Reagan's now at 16 points for Team Zona.
Wow, he's been taking this game over.
Scored almost half of the team's points as he causes the foul there against Taylor. No, 16. So 16 points for Donovan Reagan. One more point would have given him half of the team's entire score. As that one's poked out by Johnson and stolen away by Williams. Williams gets around. It's a 2-on-2, but he's going to hold back and wait for his team to show up. Reagan now 3 again. Off the front of the rim, no good. Attempt to get the rebound was Hamilton, but it's no good. Here comes Payne, driving. Has the height advantage, but he's fouled going up. Looks like that could be against Spivey, and it will. That's Spivey's second foul.
The thing you like about all these forwards, none of them are very stiff. And that's, coaches do not like that term, a stiff player. They're all very fluid athletes. They can run the court and get up above the rim and are skilled. A lot of versatile forwards here and both teams here.
.11 minutes to go here, and Meekness Payne makes them both. So here comes Josh Johnson. Kevon Williams over to Johnson. Johnson ties it up! Beautiful swish three there by Johnson. He's heating up.
Finally found one to go from downtown.
Now the ball almost stolen away by Zona, and this time it will. It's Johnson. Finds Williams. Almost takes the lead on that three, but it's picked up by Taylor.
That was Johnson's fourth steal already of the night.
And Williams in disgust with that three, or that foul, I should say. So now setting up the floor, it's going to be Alvin Gentry. Quick back and forth between Wallstrom and Murphy. Now Reed, or Taylor, excuse me. Wallstrom spins around, finds Garbra. Murphy gets around. Now it's Reese Taylor, unguarded, but he dumps it off. Wallstrom with the ball high, drives in. No good on the one hand. Tries to get it up again. Timing an issue. Back to Wallstrom again. Murphy for three. No good. Taylor with the rebound. 3 straight offensive rebounds for Alvin Gentry. That one almost stolen away by Reagan, but now he's going to get called for a reaching foul.
Amazing. I mean, Wallstrom is obviously bigger than Donovan Reagan, but Reagan is so long and so quick athletically that he made it very difficult to get the bucket over him.
So Reagan in foul trouble now at 4, checks out for the first time this half in favor of Adam Hamilton's brother Ethan in the 20 jersey. So Alvin Gentry elite with possession. 9.5 minutes to go in a tie game at 37. Real aggressive defense by both teams. And a reach-in foul call against Spivey.
Well, we said this was going to be a good game, and at 37 all. Looks like we got a timeout from Sal Garcia's team Zona. But this game is not disappointing. 37 all with 9:24 to play in the game, and these teams want to be in the final against a Factory. Factory brings a lot of credibility. If you could upset the big dog, Kenny Mullins in the Factory, your team just looks a little better. College coaches know a lot about the history of the Factory. They've put a lot of Division I players in the last, probably decade into college basketball. And these two teams are trying to be where Factory's been. So this game has a lot of meaning.
So Zona taking its first break, and we'll take one too. We only have so many voices behind these microphones. We'll be back in just a moment. It's Alvin Gentry Elite with possession at their own hoop. Here's Payne for three. No good. The game stays tied. Williams on the drive. Finds Adam Hamilton, and he's called for a traveling, and that's just unfortunate for Adam Hamilton. So we have not seen a score in almost a minute. This is the longest that this game has been tied. As Junior Garbrough takes it for Alvin Gentry Elite, guarded heavily by Williams, almost loses possession there. And blocked on the way up by Adam Hamilton, but they're going to call it a foul. And they're going to call it against Hamilton. So Junior Garbrough misses the first, and this game remains tied at 8 minutes, 52 seconds, 37 points apiece. And the second one's good, so finally the tie is broken. And Garbrough gets his first point on the afternoon. There's Williams. Nice little underhand shot, no good. Recovered, though, by Hamilton for two. So now Team Zona with its first lead. Here's Taylor underneath, guarded by a lot, but he spins around all of them, but he misses it on the go up.
Beautiful move. Beautiful move. Just got to finish.
Long three by Johnson, but it's no good. Picked up by Wallstrom. And the competitiveness continues in this one. We're officially halfway through this half. 8 minutes until the end of this game. Murphy hesitates. Now over to Wallstrom, guarded by Hamilton. Now it's Spivey on Garbrough. Taylor on Williams. Here comes Payne. And one.
Great rip through by Meekness Payne. Shot fake and blows by. And one with the contact.
The 6'8" senior out of AZ Compass Prep in his final season here, as he gets the three-point play. So as soon as Team Zona had their lead, they've now lost it, and they're now down by 2 with 7 minutes and 45 seconds to go. But it's very much anybody's game still. Here's Johnson, finds Spivey all alone, but Spivey almost loses it. Trying to get help. It's Ethan Hamilton. Sinks the two. This game's tied up again.
That's Ethan's butter right there. Mid-range jumper.
Here comes Jaden Kahns. Almost throws it away, but Reese Taylor reels it in with those arms. Now Grant Ward back to Taylor. Little shimmies, but he's fouled. He'll go to the line for 2.
Reese continues to play well. He might be the end factor at the end of this game. Under 7 minutes to go, 41 all.
A lot of fouls here by Team Zona. Ethan Hamilton now at 3. As the first one's missed by Taylor. And it's one of those things that we were talking about again last week. Missed free throws will kill you in a situation like this. Reese Taylor able to make 1 of 2, however. Under 7 minutes in this one. 1 point separates these two teams. It's Johnson, guarded by Payne. Now he's alone. Sinks the 3! Zona's back in the lead. Here's Ward. Finds Taylor underneath. Double covered. Outside Cons. Now it's Payne. Three of his own is no good, but it's a little knock in by Reese Taylor. This game's tied up once again. A very low scoring game too for how competitive it's been. Here's Johnson, guarded by a lot, finds Williams. It's Williams against Ward, now against Cons, back again Ward. Johnson. And a traveling call by Johnson, and he's frustrated on that one.
Great team defense by Alvin Gentry. They're closing out quickly on these shooters and forcing them to put the ball on the ground.
Here's Payne against Hamilton, the two tallest players on the court next to Wallstrom, who shoots the three. No good, but it's picked up by Taylor, going in for two, and he gets it! Reese Taylor now at 15 points.
Man, he's been really good this game. So much energy he's brought.
Hamilton brothers sharing the ball. Now going in. Ethan, no good on the first, but he's fouled on the second attempt. He'll go to the line. So Meekness Payne is now at 4.
Looks like Donovan Reagan, one of those star players, is checking back in to finish off the game and try to steal this game, go to the finals.
And the first one's in for Ethan. Donovan Reagan at 16 points checks in for Adam Hamilton. Not only the size advantage, but they definitely want his scoring in this game. And he makes them both. Tied up once again. Wallstrom driving in quickly. And he'll take the travel, unfortunately, on that one. So it'll go right back to Team Zona.
Yeah, one extra step on that. It was a good move, but moved his pivot.
5 minutes remaining. 46 points for each of these teams. Winner will advance to take on Factory in the finals. Here's Reagan, turnaround jumper. It's no good. Wallstrom picks it up.
Wallstrom has been cleaning the glass. Has close to 10 rebounds already. About 8 rebounds officially.
Here's Murphy. Little floater, but it's no good off the front of the rim.
You got to float that a little higher, a little flat.
Here's Spivey. Just missed on the 3. And there goes Cons, taking off. Finds Murphy for 3. No good off the front of the rim. Picked up by Spivey. It's a 2-on-2. It's a 1-on-1. Touched by Wallstrom, but they're calling it a foul on the way up.
Spivey used his speed on there, outran almost every single person, and Wallstrom was forced to foul to prevent the easy lay-in.
And Spivey misses the first. And we go back and forth about missing free throws, and no better evidence than right here, especially in a game as close as this one. Sinks that one, and now Zona is in the lead again. So here's Cons guarded by Johnson. Johnson's got his arm in there, and they're going to foul him for it. So because we're in the bonus, that Johnson foul is costly. It sends Jaden Cons to the line. and it's no good by Cons. There's clarification. There was none. They thought it was the 1-1, but he gets 2 shots. So still a chance to tie this one up. And it's good. $47-all, under 4 minutes. Long 3 by Johnson. This kid's ridiculous. This is the largest lead that Team Zona has had all game, was 3 points. Whereas Alvin Gentry Elite led as by many as 8. Response 3 from Payne. Boy, oh boy, it's back and forth here.
Good ball movement. Find the open shooter. Meekness Payne ties it up at 50 with almost 3 minutes left to play.
Johnson trying to get around everybody. He definitely wants to take this shot. Finds Ethan Hamilton. Gets around. Driving in. The little hook shot, but it's no good. Hamilton had his hands on it, but he couldn't bring it in. Here's Jaden Cons against Kevon Williams. Williams swats it down.
Great D. Great D.
It's a 3-on-3. Williams, floater, no good. Pulled in by Reagan, and there's going to be a foul. Looks like it's going to go against Wallstrom. On the floor foul called by the ref, and it will go against Wallstrom.
This has proven to be one of the best games of the year.
What
and
timing?
a great moment too. 50-all, 2:46 to play. Looks like Factory's stretching, trying to get ready for the final.
Factory has been here through the entirety of this game, watching who will be their future opponent. As Reagan sinks the first. Reagan now at 17. Just behind Josh Johnson's 20.
Yeah, those two have been unbelievable. Basically carried Team Zona today.
And Reagan. Put him at 18 now. And both Johnson and Reagan have been an extremely crucial part of this scoring, obviously. But they've also had their fair share of fouls in this one, so losing one of them down this stretch would be killer for Team Zona. And Meekness Payne's no good on the 3. Bounces around. Reagan, quick pass to Williams. It's a 2-on-3, so they got to slow it down a bit. 2 minutes, 25 seconds here. Zona leads by 2. Williams is slowing it down here, trying to get it to the 2-minute mark. Taking as much time as possible while they have it. Williams drives in, all alone. Kevon Williams is now at 5. So here's Garbra trying to call the play, trying to get an open man. Here's Murphy, guarded by Spivey. Step back, Wallstrom. Fakes 3, little floater, and it's no good. And Team Zona's really feeling hot now, as they're trying to retrieve the ball from the locker room. Now we got that full court press from Alvin Gentry in a 4-point game. 1 minute, 43 seconds to go. A little floater, but it's knocked out of the air by Wallstrom. Picked up by Garbra. 3-on-3. Murphy.
Needs it.
Makes it! This game is all over the place.
Wow, what a clutch shot by Carter Murphy. But a great start of the play by Sean Wallstrom, tipping the ball for them to get the opportunity to even have the chance to cut the gap.
Wallstrom's now at 4 fouls as Reagan will head to the line again.
Now it goes back to what we all talk about before on Wednesday, free throws. How much ice water in your veins do you have to close the deal here?
Good on the 1-on-1, so he'll stay at the line for the second. Reagan with a chance to match Johnson. And he makes them both. So 20 points for Reagan now. So here's Garbrough trying to get around Johnson. A lot of heavy defense here. Closing down on the final minute. Here's Murphy against Spivey. Gets the pick. Murphy gets around. Garbrough, 3. Makes it! And a foul.
Wow. Talking about clutch before with Carter Murphy. Junior Garbrough just one-upped him. A 3 with the foul. Could be a 4-point play.
Could tie this game, and it won't, but it's recovered by Team
Reagan.
Zona. Or excuse me, the 3 did tie up the game. Final minute now. Zona's trying to run down the clock. They want to be the last team to score. One of the few advantages of not having a shot clock. Reagan goes back into the corner. 30 seconds. Johnson now. Still no action.
Looks like they're playing for 1.
Clock is still ticking. 10 seconds. Floater. Woo. It's in! Could this be it? And we have a timeout. The advantages of not having a shot clock in this game have paid off. And Josh Johnson with a 2 at 6 seconds. Now 4.9 seconds to go. Excuse me, 5.5. Waiting on the official scoreboard to update. There it is. So now 5.5 seconds for Alvin Gentry Elite to either tie or win this game. And the winner, of course, taking on Factory in the final matchup of this Club League season. Just a stellar performance out of both of these squads. So here we go. 5.5 seconds. Team Zona, 2-point lead. Alvin Gentry with a chance to tie and even win. Ball's in. .1 seconds remain, and it's Team Zona possession. Here we go. And we have a foul. So at the line, it'll be Josh Johnson. A chance to put this one away for good. Misses the first. Still a one-score game. So timeout called. 3 points separate. 2.4 left. Take a quick break, see what Alvin Gentry does after. 59, 56. Team Zona with the lead. Alvin Gentry will inbound it. 2.4 seconds to go. The pass is in. That's it. And a last-second steal by Kevon Williams cements this one. Team Zona who had not led more than an entire half in this game, comes out the victors. 59-56 the final score in this semifinal, and they will move on to face Factory in the final matchup of this club league season. But Greg, what a heck of a game performed out here.
Unbelievable. Yeah, you kind of thought Alvin Gentry might pull away, but Josh Johnson and Donovan Reagan just kept on fighting. Johnson finally found his rhythm from deep, hit 3 threes in a row essentially, and made the clutch floater and the free throws down the stretch. Wow. Josh Johnson, does he have another game in him, though, to go against the big bad boys Factory? It'll be interesting, but great win.
An all-around great team win there, led by both Johnson and Reagan. But as you mentioned, fatigue could easily settle in. But we'll find out who our official Arizona Club Basketball League champion will be. Stick around.